Well, hi. Guess who this is? This is Bonnie. And today is October 10th. Mindy, what is it? And Mindy and I have been laid off today because of the weather. We both are working packing apples. And Mindy, of course, has been doing it longer than I have. I just started last week. And this lady in our church and her husband own this orchard, and with her dad they own this packing shed, and so Pat would know him, and Matt Bodine, Brenda Bodine, do you remember her? And Augie. And anyway, this year there is a really good crop of apples, and so they have so many that this Brenda called Janice and asked her if she wanted to pack apples. Well, Janice didn't want to work every day because they work 6 days a week usually, unless it's bad weather. And so Janice and I are kind of splitting the week up, and at the most I'll work 4 days a week, and then because the other 2 days I have piano lessons, and I don't want to work on that day. So anyway, I started there last Monday, and I only worked 2 days so far, and we were supposed to work today, which is Friday, but it's really stormy up here. So Mindy and I are just here, and we're going to later on this afternoon go to Sacramento with Dean. And I'll let Mindy tell you what we're going to do. Go ahead, Mindy.
Hi, Matt and Pat. I'm sorry I haven't written you guys any letters, because I know you guys have written us a whole lot. And I know you guys are getting real good at doing that. And it's really neat that you do that every Sunday pack, so I know it's real hard for you to do and stuff. But even though I haven't written you any letters, I still really thought about you guys tons, so don't think we don't think of you. What? What? Today, last week I went down with the Myers and I got some really good ski boots, and Dean says they're really, really nice ones. They cost $55. But with that, I got these really good ski boots, socks, and that little tree that you carry them on. Boot tree. And they're real light, and they're real pretty. They're blue and yellow, and they're really nice ones. I don't know what's nice or not about ski boots, but Dean and Bunny said they're real nice. And today we're going down to get some skis for me.
Tell me about all the money.
Hmm?
Tell me about all the money for all this.
Oh, I've been saving it.
Oh, tell them about the $100 we got.
Oh yeah, the reason I haven't enough money to be getting ski equipment, I really don't have all that much money, but Daddy gave us our Christmas present early, and it's $100. And so you guys are going to be getting $100 for Christmas. We should have told him. We already got ours, but Bonnie used hers for car repairs, and I'm using mine to buy all kinds of ski stuff. So, and also, now I have this little Valiant, and Marilyn has a Volkswagen, and I sold my horse. I don't even know if you knew that, but I sold Naichi and got money for that, and took all my money out of the bank that I got from the inheritance and gave it to Daddy, and then he bought this Valiant, and it's a really, really good car. It goes yet dependable and stuff. But then Marilyn had to give me $150 for some reason. I don't really get it. Her part of the car or something. Oh yeah, 'cause she doesn't have to buy the Volkswagen. So she gave me $150. So I have that too. So I have kind of a lot of money right now. But and plus I've been saving all my paychecks from the apples and stuff. So I have enough money to, be able to get some ski stuff, and so we're going down today to get skis and bindings and poles, and then I'll have everything. I gotta get a jacket and stuff, but I guess I'm just not gonna dress real nice when I go, just in jeans. But it's real pretty here today. It's raining real hard. It has been for a couple of days. Real cloudy and real cold. You have to have fires and stuff. So we're using all that wood you cut, Matt. Not all of it, but we're starting to use it all. And Oh, yeah. I wrote you guys a letter just last night telling you all this, but I think I'm going to throw the letter away and just, because I don't want you to have to hear it twice, because I'll just tell you what I wrote in the letter. No. Bunny wanted me to read the letter on the tape. I get together once a week with Cindy Thiessen, that's Claudia's sister, that girl that's down there at Biola, and Lori Myers and Jill Christopher, and we get together, like all our houses at different times, and we memorize and pray and stuff, and they're just really good Christian friends. I haven't had any like that for a long time, but they're really, really good, and I'm memorizing Matthew 5, and so far I got the first 32 verses learned, and I'm shooting for 5, 6, and 7. That's Bonnie is too. We're both trying to memorize the Sermon on the Mount. And I've been doing my Bible study in that Sermon on the Mount too lately. And I've really been praying for you, Pat, about that prayer request about being in prayer, because that's just what I've been praying about myself for and stuff. So you pray for me too about that. But I think it's real good that you're doing the Bible study and like that and stuff. That's really neat. Oh, Marilyn loves working in the art gallery.
How much you sold?
I don't know. Be quiet. Marilyn really loves working in the art gallery. She has been, first couple of days she didn't sell anything, in a couple of weeks I guess, but the day before yesterday she sold $500 worth of paintings just all in one day. And so she's real excited, and she makes, I told her I got my paycheck, it was for $53, and then she told me, she goes, oh, I got mine too, and I said, oh, how much did you make? And she said, oh, I got 2 paychecks, and they are both for $105 a piece. Oh, so she's making pretty good money there. That's just her starting pay too, and that's her flat money that she's making, so she is making really good money. And she has to dress real beautiful every time she, goes in there, and she looks real nice. She wears all these pretty dresses and stuff. And it's a real beautiful art gallery. But we thought I was gaining weight, and I think I am a little bit because of all this homemade food and stuff. But I weigh 116 now, where I always weighed 115. And Marilyn weighs 105. She's getting down to skin and bones. I can't wear her clothes anymore. I can just wear Bonnie's. And Bonnie can wear mine. So that's really scary. She's not down to 120. 138. No. No. And, oh yeah, Marilyn went out on a date with Gary Cedarwall. And she went to a play with him and this other boy and this other girl, Rolf Longoli or something like that. It was Mr. Taylor's nephew or something. He's an interior decorator. He's real nice. Pretty handsome boy too, but she went with Gary Cedarwall. And they went to a play, and then they went to these boys share an apartment. And there was this other girl too. And then they went to their house for fondue. And they were gone till 3 in the morning. But the play didn't get over till really late, and then they had dinner afterwards. But Gary's really a neat person, he's like everybody. He's really a nice, Christian kid, really nice. And she just says she forgot all about that Scott. He doesn't even come into her brain anymore, So that's kind of good. And let's see. I think she just better go to the doctor to see why she's losing so much weight. I know about it. Oh, then I got my hair cut. I think I told you that in the letter. Up to my shoulders and just one of those round kind of, it's not short at all. It's just kind of to my shoulders, and it all goes under. It looks really nice. Then we frosted it, and Bonnie wanted to do it real fast. And I think we frosted the whole thing in an hour from start to finish. And she put this bleach on it, and it just piled on my head really tight. and my head got so hot I could not touch it. It felt like there was burning a hole of acid in my head, and it was smoking real wild, like my head was on fire, and I could not even touch the top of my head. It was so steaming hot. Bonnie burned her finger. And finally, it took about 5 minutes for my hair to change some. It turned all green, and it's so scary. It's just steaming, huh? It was all mushing together, and finally it got all tangled. It was a mess, but we finally got it, and it turned out really one of the best I think it's ever turned out. And so it's looking really good, I think. And when we frosted Bonnie's hair, hers looks real nice. Even she doesn't like it, but it looks really good. She likes it now. And let's see. Oh, Bonnie wants to say something.
Thanks for sending Amy all that stuff. When she comes home from school today, I'll have her talk on this before we wrap it up. And she really liked it. Yesterday we picked her up at the bus and took her out to the Apple place, and while we finished working, and so she had that package you sent her to open up on the way, and she really liked it, and your little letter that you wrote to her. And she also really likes that little dog. She hasn't taken too many things to school to share, but she took that. She really likes it. What did she name that dog?
Trucker.
Oh yeah, she named it Trucker because Mindy has her all excited about trucks now. She watches Moving On. Yeah. So she named the dog Trucker. Let's see. When we go to Sacramento tonight, I might get a new outfit. I gave a whole bunch of my clothes to the Goodwill, so I would not have any, just crummy clothes around. And so now, as a result, I don't have any clothes around. I don't have
money to buy.
And no money, yeah. We had a real bad month, but it turned out okay. Our clutch went on in our car, and that was $165. And then another thing went on in our car, and that was $37. And then our refrigerator completely broke down, and it was freezing between the refrigerator and the freezer, and then it would drip water all over the food. So I asked the guy how much it would cost, and he said probably $100, and that was within a couple days of when the clutch went out. So, September is probably the worst month of the whole year for us because we don't get paid from June till October. And so that's when all this happened, right near the end of September. Well, then Mindy and I and Amy went over to Walnut Creek, and I was telling Mom about my refrigerator, and she said, well, I'm getting one because Carol, she'd bought one for Carol, and then Carol didn't need it, so Mom was making the payments on it. It's Harvest Gold, and would go in her kitchen real good. She does? On you. Anyway, Mom got that refrigerator last week, and so I don't know if you know it, but Carol moved back up here. Does she know that? Well, she's living with Tim again, and the kids are. And so when Carol moved back up here, she brought the refrigerator, so I had to, for about 2 weeks, just had to use an ice chest. And it wasn't as bad as it sounds like it would be, but it got kind of bad. So anyway, Mom gave me her refrigerator, and I'm going to get mine fixed because mine's a lot newer than Mom's. And then Daddy said, well, since you have all this stuff going wrong, if you want to have your $100 early. So I said, yeah, I would. So that helped. And then Dean just came home yesterday, and he got some back pay, $70 that we weren't expecting. So the month turned out pretty good. Turned out real good. In fact, that's why I might buy a new outfit tonight. Let's see. Oh, there's something else I was going to tell her. Oh, Pat, I've really been praying for you about your, relationship at school with those teachers that you work with. Because I know you said that was one thing this summer you mentioned that. So I'm praying that you'll be able to react the right way to them. Well, I'm not there yet. Mindy is getting a little chubbier, but she looks real good.
Healthy.
Yeah, she looks real healthy.
Too healthy.
She's starting to eat everything. You know, she used to be sort of a picky eater. Well, she eats everything now. She even ate squash, and she liked it, she said.
And Matt, we're trying to eat. Dean really thinks that we eat sloppy, so we're trying to eat real good. And so he has me and Bonnie on a program where we cannot use our fingers when we eat. Bonnie does eat bad. So do I. Yeah, I eat worse than Bonnie, but probably by the next time you see us, we'll eat real good, not piggish at all. Yeah, at least in front of you, we'll really give an extra effort. But Dean's starting to notice it real bad, so we got to do something about it. And I can't use my thumb to push my food onto my fork and stuff. So Bonnie does the same thing. Yes, you do. I am so anxious to get those sweaters from Scotland. I cannot believe I really got that. Bonnie wants to borrow it since we're the same size now. Oof. And I know if I would have gone over to Europe, that's exactly the thing I think I would have bought myself, is a sweater from Scotland, because that's what I wanted more than anything. And it just sounds really beautiful. I just cannot wait to get it. And it's really nice for you to, buy that for us. What's wrong? Okay, we gotta test this now to see if it's been working okay. Okay, it's working okay, so we'll go on. I went down last Saturday to take a test for the post office. I applied for a job there, and I just applied everywhere up here, I think, just in all the banks, all the stores, just went every place possible, I think, that you could apply for a job up here almost. And finally I saw a sign in the post office window that said that they were taking applications for post office work, and you had to take a test in Sacramento. It lasts 3 hours. And so I went down to take that, and boy, it was so hard. You had to memorize. They sent you sample questions, and you had to memorize. They'll have boxes A, B, C, and D, and you had to there was 5 addresses in each box, real complicated long numbers, and you had to memorize. Then down below, you'd look at those for 5 minutes, and then down below they'd have just one number, and you have to remember which number that was in which box, and they'd have the name of a street, and you'd have to remember which box that street was in, and just real hard memorizing, and you have to do it really fast. So really, a lot of people, I think, were just really praying for me and stuff, and when I went down to take it, I just think I couldn't believe how good I did on that part. I don't know if it's because I've been memorizing Bible verses and stuff, but it just went extra smooth, and I think they're going to send me the results in a month, and I just think I did really good. Just, for sure wasn't just, my natural ability, because I really cannot memorize things that fast like that, and everything just went, I just think I did a really good job on it, and there's other number things like arithmetic, those number patterns, and usually that would really throw me too, but I did real good on them too. So just, maybe I think there's a chance of that job, if I ever did get it, it'd just be really good. But the starting pay is $11,000 a year, and that's just for selling stamps at a window or going out and hand delivering mail. It's just, the pay is just, it goes up to $13,000 a year. That's just for doing that. So, man, if I ever got that would be really extra good, but I don't really think I ever will. But I just like you guys also really pray that I can just really get a job, because I really love it up here. Now that I'm getting all this ski stuff, I'd like to just be able to, go skiing and stuff, but I'm going to have to get some money together and stuff, and I just, sometimes it seems like I just won't get a job because I've been to so many places, but maybe, by the time this job is over, I'll be 18 and stuff, so maybe that'll have a difference on my applications. I don't know, but I'm getting really good at applying for jobs. And then this man his name is Bob Olson, that goes to Bonnie and Dean's church. He works for the Forestry Service, and Bonnie says he's just not the kind of person to come up and, want to really help you out or anything. He just doesn't put himself out, I guess, for anybody really, but he's really nice. But he knew of a job for somebody, and they said that the first person that he walked in with to his boss would hire him, and it was for doing printing on these forestry charts or something. And the only thing is I was 17, and so I couldn't get that, but I at least filled out application, and maybe by the time I'm 18 something will turn up there. I don't know. It just seems like a lot of people are really aware about it, so maybe something good will happen, And let's see, went to Lucky's and Safeway, and I gotta go back there because that's when they were doing the strike, so I should go back and apply again there. I went to Denny's a whole lot and gave up there. They just never, the manager just always was too busy to see me, and even when I had like an appointments to see her, she never showed up, so it's kind of embarrassing, but I'm getting over getting embarrassed over things like that at least. And let's see, I just think something will happen pretty soon, maybe. I don't know. I hope so. I really miss riding my horse tens. I really, I went back Sunday for a little while, and I back to Walnut Creek because we had to get that refrigerator, and we were only there from about 1 through to 6 o'clock, but I managed to squeeze a ride on the horse, and so fun. I couldn't believe it. I just really missed that a lot. But if I get the post office job, I'm going to buy me and Amy horses because I'll be rich, but who knows. Hey, Bunny wants to tell you something.
Last weekend, Bill Francis came out here to a convention in San Francisco. He's never been to our house, or Bev hasn't either, so they called us and asked if we could pick him up at the San Francisco airport, and he could stay the weekend with us, and his convention wouldn't start till Monday. So he, right after school on last Friday, Dean and I went over to San Francisco and picked him up, and then we just came right home. We didn't stop at Mom's or anything, and so he got to stay, but he's been really sick. He was kind of worn out. They think he might have had encephalitis, and he was sick solid for 2 weeks and had a real high fever and just slept and couldn't get strength back. And so anyway, he wasn't sure he was going to even be able to come, but the doctor said if he took it real easy. So he came here and just really laid around a lot, and we just had, how nice he is, and we just had a real good time. And if they had had the money, Bev could have come with them, but they didn't have enough. They've had a lot of car trouble and stuff like we have. But anyway, then he stayed till Sunday, and then we took him back over to Mom's, and he stayed overnight Sunday night at Mom's, and then Monday morning he took Bart in and met his partner that he had to meet in San Francisco, and then they started their convention at the Presidio. But he's fun to have here. I wish he could have stayed longer. He'd never been in this part of California. Just rode through it, but never really been here. And he really liked it a lot. Seems like there's something else I was going to tell you. Well, I don't know. Sue's going to Minnesota for Christmas, so we're going to be I guess not all together yet for Christmas. I wish we could be some year. But I think Dean is going to work on a slideshow for Christmas, Pat. Maybe with our income tax money we might get a projector if we don't have a lot of things come up like we have had. Mindy's eating again. Oh yeah, Mindy's, Bill McCown has dropped out of Sunday school for a while. This is always a real busy time of year for him at school, and so he wanted to break, so Willa, I don't know if you remember her, and Mindy and I are doing the whole junior department. Mindy really does good. She teaches the memory work, and she leads singing when Jim Myers is sick, which this time of year during baseball playoffs is frequent. No, I shouldn't say that. He was really sick. But Mindy does really good. That's another job I had. I was going to work for Jim Myers. He's really behind this time of year because everybody's trying to get their houses to the stage where they can do the inside work because of the weather. And so they really want him to hurry up and get the sheetrock up, so he just has way more than he can handle. And plus his boys usually help him during school, when school's out, and so now they're back in school. So do you remember those cleanups Daddy used to do for Uncle Bill, where you go just clean up scraps, and it's not hard, it's just kind of dirty work. And so the other day Janice called me and asked if I wanted to earn $10 if I could use my truck, and I said yeah. So she and I went and did a sheetrock cleanup, and I got my first $10 check, but now that I'm doing the apples I can't work for him anymore. I just did one job. Let's see, I think this side's just about up. We probably won't fill this whole tape because, I know, but we're going to make Sue and Kurt a tape. And if you guys would like to, instead of writing letters, if you just want to send tapes, since you have they have a cassette, then you could just, send tapes to us and we'll do it back to you. Yeah, I'm really a crummy letter writer, and we really enjoyed your letter, because I think you write good letters, Pat. You give a lot of details, but I don't do that. And so, if you want to, or if you want to write letters, that's good too, because we like to get mail. Although the cassettes come in mail. And then we could hear Matt too.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. And then Amy will be home in a couple hours. That was Mindy that was saying that, in case you can't differentiate. And I don't have to think I want to squish him. No.
I'd love to be squeezing both you guys. My arms just feel like squeezing you guys so bad. Pets or earlobes and stuff. Those little ones.
Mindy likes my skin because it's flabby. Oh. Just a minute.
This is really mysterious because nobody never knocks at the door. Oh, wonder who it is. Oh, it's Gus. How could he knock? It must have been his tail hitting against the door or something. It really sounded like a knock. It's just so freezing out. It's just like pure winter. It's so beautiful. I love this. It's just gray and it's poured all night, and so it's real wintry out. We have a big fire going and stuff. It's real warm, but of course we're drinking coffee. Oh, here comes Gus. Here, Gus. You talk. That was Gus. Oh, yes, it's his time to come in. Oh, he's so big. Oh, he had, one morning we woke up and he had 45 porcupine quills just stuck in just the tip of his nose. So he was the cat kept rubbing against him because she thought they felt good to her back, and oh man, he was in so much pain. But what I want to tell you about is you know that backpacking trip we went on? Dean made a, Dean made we got all these slides of it, and Dean made a tape of it. No, it's not. No. We made a tape of it, and Dean made this really funny slideshow out of all these pictures, and it was called The Ballad of the Backpacker with Johnny Bash. It's supposed to be like Johnny Cash. And we had the Myers and the Christophers and the Thiessens over, because that was all the families, people in those families went. And Mom and Dad were here in Maryland. And then, it's just really funny, and it's just really good. So, yeah, we'll save it so you guys can see it, because it's really, you'd really laugh. And we were thinking Dean ought to make up a tape thing for you guys' Europe slides. Be a little long, but it's really funny. I'm real anxious to see those. And we just, don't forget all the stuff that you have to tell us, because I know it's icky not to be able to talk to anybody about a trip after you just win on it, you know, so. Well, I guess we're going to finish up what we're going to say, because we don't have that much more to say, I guess, except for, like, I just really like living up here. It's real mountainous, you know. But I really miss you guys. I feel like just taking a little trip down there and stuff really bad. But I think Mom and Dad are coming this weekend, but you'll probably see them before you get this tape. And so I told them to give you guys big hugs for me, because I just feel like squeezing you really bad. And let's see, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else. Oh yeah, you guys really try to come up for Thanksgiving, because you know, we just want to see you real bad. I think it might all be up here, right? Might be all at Bonnie's house. And we just made that idea up. It sounds good. But, yeah. Well, you could bring your slides in and we could see them in 3-night span. 100 a night or something. 150 a night. Oh, Bunny wants to see them all at once because she falls asleep after the first 50. Oh, I know. I know. But if you guys could come up for Thanksgiving, I know something I should tell you. I fixed up my room really neat. You know that little room that you guys lived in? Well, I couldn't stand it like that because it's too stark. So I fixed it up really nice, and it's real cozy. Oh, it's so cozy. You got new curtains up. I have all my paintings hanging up. I got another bedspread there and built a really neat bookshelf, and my little cow skull hanging up. Marilyn has the cow skull, but I have the glass cow with the weeds in it. And, hanging plants, you know, so it looks really, really nice. And Marilyn's fixing that painting room up really good where the paintings were. She has this old bed that's, it was one of those brass beds, really, it's really beautiful. It was Uncle Harmon's, and he gave it to Mom or something a long time ago. Well, they're getting it fixed, and it's an iron bed, and they're going to paint it a really neat color. They can't get it in brass because it costs about $250, but I think they're going to paint it white, and it's real high. It sits, I forget how high they said it sits. It's really a high bed, like, and she's fixing that up to be a desert room, real old-fashioned one. She has the cow skulls and the, you know, the weeds and the shrubs all hanging around. And so she's fixing that up. My room, I really like my room. And let's see. I just really miss you guys tons. I just really wanted you to know that even though we hadn't wrote you any letters for a long time, we still really think of you every day and pray for you guys every day and stuff. And that, you know, I've just been so busy just getting adjusted to my job and stuff, and I really get tired after I work all day. Just 'cause you're on your legs like all day. But, you know, like you sit out in this beautiful view and you just see trees and clouds, and it's like a little migrant worker, you know. But so I call myself Mindy Migrant. But and I have this little Valiant. It's just like what the Mexicans drive. It's real old, but it's real cute, kind of, you know. It's so ugly, it's cute, you know. But it's real perfect car. So I should tell them what we named the car. This car is so humble looking. It has no radio, it has no extras. It's gray inside and white outside. You know, it's just real plain. And we named this car Bill Valiant after Bill Gothard because it's so humble. I don't know if that's and so like all the Myers kids call it Bill. They said, it has Bill running, and everybody likes that name. Everyone thinks it really fits, you know. And it really fits Dean. Dean had to drive it while their car was in the garage, the Volvo was, and he just looked so perfect in it. He looked real humble driving it, you know. Anyway, I guess Amy will be home in a little while. You tell me about the orders. No. Were you here when we kept saying, that's a good girl? Were they here? I don't think so, but we started to sing, I just say, if somebody does something good, we say, oh, that's a good girl, just like that. And it bugs Marilyn so bad. And then Amy does starting to do it a whole lot. We gotta watch it because she's starting to do it. But it just gets to Marilyn so bad, and like we say, like when I'm driving with Marilyn in the car, I say, drive straight, breathe. Marilyn sends us letters that just say breathe. She goes, you cannot get out of obeying this order. And then she just signs her name, like, when she says all kinds of weird statements, too. But that's our little joke. You'll get in on it very fast, I'm sure, if you're here for one day. Amy sleeps with me every night, so it's not like I lost Marilyn as my warm partner. It's so awful because those sheets are freezing. So we're getting flannel sheets, but it's good to still have somebody to squeeze and stuff. And she sleeps real wild, just like me. She loves to put her leg on you. Oh, she's just really cute. She's getting so big, you can't believe it. And she loves kindergarten tons, but she'll be home in a little while, so she'll tell you all about that and stuff. And so I guess I'll say adios for now, but I just really want you to know I love you billions, you guys, okay? Oh, and here, Bonnie's going to sign off then, okay? Bye.
Pat, Mom got my watercolor framed. I think she knew about it. I think maybe you knew she was going to, but they framed it in a blue and silver kind of frame, and then with a rose line around it. Oh, it is so beautiful, and it makes that picture look so neat. And I'm just real anxious for you to see it. It's hanging in the hallway, and it shows up really good there, because oh yeah, I hope you guys can really come up at Thanksgiving. I don't know if we'll be up here, because Carol's over in Walnut Creek now, and I know that would be a big hassle to have her come up here, and she probably wouldn't, and Mom probably wants her to be there. But, like if Carol decides to have her own Thanksgiving like she does sometimes, then, maybe we could have it up here. But I know that's a hard time for you guys to come because of the traffic, but it would be fun if you could. Maybe you could fly up.
Come on, you guys have
Yeah, it'd be fun, but I really want you to see this because you're going to love it so much. And then Marilyn had some black and white ones from that artist framed in oval frames, and I'm going to get one eventually. Oh, it is so beautiful for above my piano because the black piano really looks neat. Oh, I have 16 piano students this year. I have more than I've ever had, but it's working out to work into 2 days, and I really like it because I make more money. So, yeah, that is really a thing for you to think about if you ever quit teaching, because down where you live, you could charge more than I do. I mean, just start out charging $3.50 a lesson, and then you won't have to go up. But that is really still a cheap price. But like I'm making $2.50 a lesson, I'm making $140 a month now. If everybody takes, I'd make $160 a month. But there's always some cancellations, so I just put in my budget $120 a month. I make that for sure, and then anything I make over that, I just count as bonus money. But Mindy pays me room and board. She pays since she is she babysits for us and stuff, so we don't have to pay babysitter. So that's part of her room and board, and then she gives us $7.50 a week. And with the babysitting, I figured it's $10 a week. It adds up to. So it's pretty good too. And so we're doing real good, and Mindy's a lot more confident now. She's doing. She's real scared to go on to jobs, but it's been a real good experience for her, and I don't think she's afraid to try new things as much. Even working on this Apple job, just to go in where you don't know people. She's really bitter about that, so I think she, even if she does this for a year, it would be good for her, and because there's already a big difference in how she's not afraid to do things. Well, I'll stop for now, and then when Amy comes home, she can talk, and then we'll mail this today on our way to Sacramento. So goodbye for now.
Okay, well, Amy just got home from school a little while ago, and we had lunch. And tell them what you have for lunch every Friday.
Corn dogs.
Corn dogs, right. And tell them how school is and stuff.
Fun, and I can snap my fingers and whistle. I can't do it. I try.
Do right into the microphone. Good. See, Amy's just learned to snap her fingers and whistle, so that's what those noises were.
Oh, Gussie.
Yeah, Gus came in because it's so cold out. Now, what did you want to tell Matt and Pat about those presents?
Well, I like him.
Talking to the microphone.
I like him, and I like the stickers the best, and I really like that. I really like that dog you gave me, but now it's called Track.
No, say it more clear.
Track, and
Say we changed the name to Track.
we changed him in second. That's his name for now, and he barks if I go like this. But one time I took him to school and the kids liked him, and instead of Mr. Hers, there was
Substitute?
no, there was Mrs. Jones, and I never heard of a lady called Mrs. Jones, but she's
That's
there.
what Grandma always calls you, huh?
Right, Grandma always calls me Mrs. Jones.
Strange. Well, tell them how you get the secret hand.
Well, my mom and dad say I can sleep with Mindy every night.
Isn't that fun?
Even if I don't ask them, they carry me in there.
I know. I think you can forever.
Well, I don't know. What if somebody else comes and sleeps
Then
by
me and you go to the floor.
Goody.
Ooey.
Goody.
You're
Oh, I'm sorry.
sitting on the tape recorder.
Oof.
She did. Already.
Tomato soup. Oh, I just told them.
Hey, no, it's just microphone.
Oh.
Okay, tell them what you do in school every day.
Have passes almost every day. Stop it. Well, sometimes he likes on and bad, and sometimes he is bad like on.
Tell them you have a friend named Jeff, didn't you?
Zeph, I said Zeph.
That's your friend, huh?
Yes, it's not Zeph Myers, it's a little kindergarten Zeph.
He rides your bus, huh?
Yes. He always picks me. Yeah. He really does.
Does he like you a whole lot?
Yeah, he likes me a whole lot.
Tell Pat and Matt how you went out to the apple sheds and worked.
Well,
What was your job?
to put on the lids and stack the boxes up for Mrs. Bodine.
I know. They really
She said she appreciated it.
that she was proud of you.
Yeah. She said she is proud of me.
Well, tell Pat all the things you're getting in Sacramento tonight. And don't pull the cord.
A coat,
Parka.
a parka. Well, a parka is called a coat. And
I know.
I'm talking to them.
Sorry.
And I'm getting new rain boots and umbrella and a raincoat.
And tell them where you're going for dinner.
Miss Tony Baloney.
Tony Baloney.
We were going to go to McDonald's, but we changed our mind.
Mm-hmm. We'd have hot pastrami sandwiches, huh?
I'm not.
I'm not either. Hot salami?
I'm not going to have it.
Yes, you are.
Yes, I am.
Tell Pat and Matt your favorite song.
Moving on.
No, that's your favorite show. But what's your favorite song?
Really? I know. Hold on, there's no one.
Maybe sing Pat and Matt a little bit of it.
No.
I love it.
No.
Yes. Well, tell them what your favorite TV show is.
I just told them.
No, so just okay.
Moving on is my favorite TV show.
And tell them why.
Because my favorite man is Will. Mindy thinks he's so handsome.
So do you.
Not always.
Okay.
No.
I'm going to tell them when it's on so they can maybe watch it if they want.
Not on Tuesday.
Yes.
Tuesday night.
At what time?
8. You told me.
Okay. Yeah.
Be sure to watch it because it has this truck and they sleep in the back where they drive.
And what do you like? Do you like that big green truck?
You know I do. Stop it.
Well, don't forget something. Well, maybe you better say adios.
Bye.
Bye.
I said bye. Ta-ta toodaloo.
About getting a wheelchair for her because, you know, Mary used to take her walking and get her out of her room. And